Welcome to The Oracle Scroll, a podcast for the spiritual seeker. Please join me, Kevin Walder, your host, as we explore living a spiritual life in a very mixed up world. Welcome to our very first video newsletter here at Olson Walder. We hope you will appreciate and enjoy this version, as we had some special announcements to make, and we wanted to make sure to get your attention. So we're going to try one more route. If this works, we'll do it again next month. So sit back, enjoy, and check out the video newsletter. One of our favorite items to promote here is the Oracle Scroll, a podcast for the spiritual seeker. It's a platform from which I can talk about a lot of spiritual aspects of life, how to apply spiritual principles in our daily life, and my favorite subject, of course, is tarot. So how can we apply the principles and the characteristics of the characters in the tarot? How can we use that encouragement and that example in our own lives? So check out the Oracle Scroll, a podcast for the spiritual seeker. You will find it on Facebook at the Oracle Scroll. We're providing a link below in the notes that accompany this video to allow you to connect to the Facebook page for the Oracle Scroll. If you don't have that option, then just go to facebook.com and search for the Oracle Scroll. It's fairly easy, and that's the easiest way for you to stay on top of what we have up our sleeve and what we're doing next. So check it out, the Oracle Scroll, on Facebook. And this brings us to our very first big announcement of this monthly newsletter. That is the new aspect of the Oracle Scroll, the Oracle Scroll Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is where the community comes together to participate and to contribute in whatever way they see fit. Each of us has a calling, and each of us has something to offer. We are putting this together as a virtual meeting using the Zoom platform. So you can call in from wherever you are comfortable, from your home, Starbucks, wherever you have Wi-Fi. I think that Wi-Fi might be very important. But get here. Our very first meeting is on April 16th, Tuesday, April 16th at 6:30 p.m. And this is going to be a roundtable discussion of metaphysical tools. What is your favorite? How did it become your favorite? How did it make itself known to you? And how does it prefer to be used? So join us, please, April 16th at 6:30 p.m. from wherever you find yourself comfortable at that moment, and join the meeting. You can watch quietly from the corner if you like, or you can jump in and participate. We'd love to have you. We'll see you then, April 16th, 6:30 p.m. Todd Olson, the other half of Olson Walder, has long put together essential oils for his own use and has begun offering them to the public as well. They are pure essential oils, therapeutic grade. He's also making some handcrafted soaps. He does these things for himself because he has some sensitivities, and a lot of other people find them very useful as well. So you'll want to look up Magi Supplies on Facebook as well. And check out Todd's offerings, see what he might be able to do for you. As usual, there is a link down below in the notes that accompany this video that will take you directly to Todd's Facebook page, or you can go to facebook.com and search for Magi's Supply Shops. Magi's Supplies Shop it's very important you have all three of those words in there to make sure you get to the right place. Magi Supplies Shop. Take a look. It's interesting. And we have our next big announcement. And that is my new book, 22 Teachers, Healing Lessons from the Major Arcana. This has been a labor of love that has taken way too long to get to print, but we finally got it there, and it's available now in paperback form on Amazon.com. And that's next to the original book, which was Tarot for Lunch, Lessons from the Cards. That's also available in paperback form, as well as Kindle. Still working on the Kindle form for 22 Teachers, but we'll get there. 22 Teachers seeks to bring the characters of the major arcana into the spotlight and allow them to become multidimensional individuals like you, like me, and everyone else in this world. So they cease to have that single dimension that we sometimes tie them to and rigidly stick to the meanings. This gives you an opportunity to get to know them. It's like having a cup of coffee with a friend, maybe a cup of coffee with a new acquaintance, but it's a way to understand them in a different light than we may have been accustomed to. So check out 22 Teachers, Healing Lessons from the Major Arcana by Kevin Walder. I'm proud of this one, and I really want more people to enjoy it. The Tarot for Lunch book is still very pertinent. It is it's a lesson book. It actually is a full class that is contained within its cover. So you can, with the two together, you can get to know the tarot pretty darn well. I'm providing a link below to the Amazon page that will take you directly to the books that I mentioned above. Or if you are more adventurous, just go to Amazon.com and type in my name, Kevin Walder, and you'll see everything that's available on Amazon at this time. So check it out. I would love to hear some feedback and see how this book is helping other people. As usual in our newsletter, I also talk about the offerings that I make on my website for consultations in person. Not too many in person these days. I'm not as mobile as I used to be, so I'm doing mostly phone, Skype, or in this case Zoom, because I think it's probably a little easier to use, or email. I can also do email readings as well. So please check that out by visiting my website, kevinwalder.com. kevinwalder.com. There's no capitals, no spaces, just Kevin Walder, all run together, .com. It'll take you right to my page, and from there you can order any of my services that are available. One of my very favorite services is the email consultation, where I take a look at the upcoming year with an in-depth personal reading that gets to the bottom of things and shows you kind of a blueprint for how your year could take place. And again, you always have the opportunity to change anything you don't like, and a year is plenty of time to do that. So while you're there at the website, kevinwalder.com, check out that one as well, because it's a great value, and it's a great gift for a birthday. So please check out the website for all the services that are available. You'll also see some mention of the books and so forth in there as well. It's kevinwalder.com, or I'll give you a link in the notes down below under this video presentation. So check it out and let us know what you think. We can always find ways to work together. As usual, as the newsletter progresses, we use a tarot card to kind of give us some inspiration for the coming month. And this month, I chose the Temperance card. And I think it's kind of perfect for the month of April because it represents alchemy, creativity, growth, transformation, and that's what this season is all about. The transformation that is taking place right now in our gardens and all around us in the forests and trees, it's everywhere. There is magic afoot. So, when I look at the tarot cards, of course, I talk about this quite often, how I like to improve my question, maybe even more than find my answer. So the questions that come to my mind when I think of the Temperance card, and especially in this context, being as a part of this growth period, first question is, what fires your inspiration? What fires our inspiration? What is it that turns us on and makes us ready to work? How do you jumpstart your creativity? Oh boy, when you get stuck with writer's block or you just can't figure out what to do next to that particular piece that you're working on, how do you go about jump-starting that creative spark? What is it that'll get you moving when everything else grinds to a halt? And then the third question is, how is your creativity evolving with you? Life is not static. Life continues to move. So our abilities and our talents have to continue to grow as we grow. So this is a great question for us. How is our creativity evolving with us? As usual, our newsletter closes with a recipe by Todd Olson. And this month's choice is as simple but very tasty stir fry. It could be good for any season. It's a great warm you up kind of meal for a winter night, or it can be a great one pot kind of dinner for other times during the year when you really don't want to heat up the whole house. The recipe will appear below in the notes that accompany this video, and you can go there to find out all the ingredients, all the processes that Todd uses to make some pretty darn good stuff in the kitchen. So, put to use some of his suggestions, some of his work. It's worth it. So thank you for joining us for this very first video newsletter. It's been fun putting it together. There have been some challenges, but anything worthwhile always has a challenge attached. So please let us know how you liked it, or even if you didn't, we'll listen to those complaints too. But yeah, please let us know. Give us some feedback. We'd love to know what works and what doesn't. So send all of your comments, whether they're requests or suggestions or anything at all, please address them to the Oracle Scroll at gmail.com. And once again, a link will be provided down below to take you directly to that email address, or you can type it into your favorite email provider, the Oracle's Scroll at gmail.com. Thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again next month. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Oracle Scroll. Please forward any questions, comments, or inquiries to the Oracle Scroll at gmail.com, and we'll look forward to entertaining you again very soon in the next episode.